What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of What the L. I'm your host, Elle Kreamer. You're not crazy. You're just dealing with a narcissist. So, it's not you, it's them. We're going to talk about this. Do you know how to protect yourself from somebody whenever it's somebody who's always making it about them? So, if you are in a situation where you feel like the person that you love, like somebody in your life, they always just are talking about them and you can't seem to ever get a word in, okay, well, how do you get away from that type of person? Some types of people you have to just set boundaries within yourself and you have to move on because you know that you are never going to have power if you give them your power. The only way to overcome a narcissist is to stop giving them your power. If you walk away from that, you are able to do that. If they're not interested in your life, that is somebody who it's not you, it's them. They are solely looking to mooch off of your life and do the things that benefit them. So they'll come to you first if it benefits them. So if you have a friend who is always in a relationship, a very toxic one, and they constantly are coming to you for advice and you're constantly having to pull them out of these bad situations, that is a toxic friend because they can't be by themselves. Somebody who hates themselves and just doesn't want to be alone. You have to know if that's the type of person that you're hanging around with. And if you're constantly enabling this behavior, you're going to stay stuck in this situation with them. Walking away from them is sometimes hard because, like, what if you live with them? What if your parents are a narcissist? What if your mom is a narcissist? What if your kid is a narcissist? What if your daughter is a narcissist? Like, what if your daughter's dating somebody who is a narcissist? Like, what are you going to do? Some of these things, like, you have to let them figure it out on their own. But some of these things you can intervene, but like you have to be smart and tactical about it because a narcissist is somebody who they want the best for themselves and they don't care about what you want, and they are not ever going to admit that they are a narcissist. A word to describe a narcissist is very rigid and a very predictable personality style. They have a playbook of tactics, they have manipulation. Can you actually fall in love with a narcissist? Well, let's break it down. A narcissist's perception of love is different from your perception of love. You are somebody who is empathetic and you have a very soft heart and you are somebody special, but a narcissist, they don't love you. They are just using you. They might love you to an extent. Like, they are just very infatuated love, but they can't love you in the way that you need. They can't show up for you in the ways that you need them to show up for you. And that is why you need to walk away from that situation. Like, if your friend is constantly putting you down in front of all these guys whenever y'all are in a group setting, that is not your friend. That is somebody who is trying to use you as a scapegoat and not be nice to you because they want to make themselves look good. A narcissist is somebody who only really cares about the image, their image. They will use you in ways to make you look bad and you do things for them. Like, if you are doing something for them, like, they need you and they will make you feel needed. But as soon as they don't need you anymore, like, you're done. And so, like, if you're dating a narcissist, so of course what you do whenever you date a narcissist, you grieve like a normal person whenever y'all break up. So whenever you break up with them, you are healing like a normal person, but have already moved on to the next person. And you may be asking yourself, like, the big fear is, are they going to love the next person? Like, is that their person? Is that going to be their person? Well, they're going to do the same exact thing that they did to you. It's a pattern. It's not a person that actually loves you. It's just a narcissistic tendency of them. It's an inflated ego, and they don't know how to give you the love that you need. And that is where it gets really difficult because, like, say you married this person and how you get out of that. Like, obviously that's a difficult situation to be in, but you can't just leave the marriage right away because, like, what if there's kids involved? The kids, what are you going to do? There's so many different things. And so actually a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about here is inspired by the Mel Robbins podcast. She made an episode about narcissists, and it was, I believe, her latest episode. And if you need to talk to, or if you need to listen to another, like, a professional, she is the girl because she brings on her experts all the time about narcissists, and, like, that's where I'm getting this information from. So this is all taken directly from her video or from her podcast. You should listen to it. She has 2 really awesome episodes. Yeah, so I'm just trying to share the wealth here because, as somebody who dated one, not everybody needs to do that. And I don't want that for everybody. So that doesn't need to be your canon event just because it was mine. Okay. Like, I'm trying to, like, make the world turn one less narcissistic revolvement. Okay. Like, the less narcissistic people that girls date, then I did something good. If I can save one girl from being in a narcissistic relationship, I did my due diligence of the day. So, sip of my Diet Coke. Okay, so here's something else that you also need to remind yourself whenever you are dealing with a narcissistic person. It doesn't matter how many endless hours you've spent with this person. It doesn't, like, the excuses you make for them, they're infinite, but you can't change a narcissistic person. That is just who they are at their core. And you need to be strong enough to walk away. And you also, it is so important to remember what you did before you were with this person. So, say your daughter is dating a narcissistic person, okay? Your daughter's with this really bad guy who is very narcissistic and he only cares about her image. But your daughter grew up very morally structured and like she's a good kid, whatever. But you can't go, like, the worst thing you can do is like go right out to her face and be like, oh yeah, your boyfriend is a narcissist. No, that is the last thing you want to do, because then it's just going to make her annoyed, and then it's going to make her like revolt, and it's going to do like the whole reverse psychology thing, and she's just not going to respond well to that. So like, you need to remind the person of like what they used to love and the life they lived before that person. Like, so say your daughter like loves to paint, okay? So, but she hasn't picked up a paintbrush since she started dating this idiot, okay? She's not done her passion, she's not done her hobbies, the things that she loves to create, the things that she creates for herself. She's not done any of that because this man is slowly mooching off of her. This is just a very feeble little man, okay? That's what Mel Robbins, the girl on her podcast, said. He's just a very feeble little man, and he's gonna try to make you feel as small as possible. And you have to be stronger than this, because if they are like if they are making you feel bad about the things that you love to do, that is not your soulmate. Your soulmate wouldn't do that to you. And it's just so hard to recognize it whenever you're in the situation, because you're like, how do I get out of this? I don't even know. Like, am I crazy? If you feel crazy, you're like 99.9 out of 10 of the times, you're not crazy. It's a person making you feel crazy. And you don't need to be putting yourself in these situations, but like, sometimes it just happens and it's hard to get out of it, but there is hope. You just need to remember that you had a life before this person and you enjoyed your life and you have good things and you have good people in your corner. And most importantly, you have yourself. And if you are mistreating yourself by being with this person who keeps disrespecting you and emotionally abusing you and love bombing you and gaslighting you, you are just going to continue to be beaten down, and you're not going to be able to recognize yourself in a few months. Like, think of 3 months and think of all the damage that's being done the next 3 months. And do you really want to inflict that upon yourself? And if the answer is yes, then stay in that situation. If you don't have any commitments to this person, then leave. Like, if this person is just a friend and you don't have obligations, you don't have children with this person, like, then leave the situation. But obviously, it's so much more difficult whenever you're married and you have kids with them, and like, you married this narcissist, but like, you don't have to go through that if you can leave now. Like, literally, you have to ask yourself, like, would my future husband say this to me? And if the answer is no, then it's not you, it's them, and it's time to walk away. And once you walk away, so many doors will open for yourself, and you will start creating things that you love again, and you will just rediscover who you are. And you can thank them for making you level up, because every single time like you have a breakup of some sort, like a friendship breakup, a relationship breakup, shedding the old version of yourself, like, I feel like you always just level up and unlock new potential within yourself. So like, try not to look at it in such a negative perspective, like, because you had a life before this person. So remember that you can still live a new life after this person. There is a difference between a narcissist and somebody who is annoying with an inflated ego. A narcissist is a maladaptive personality disorder and is somebody who hurts other people. And if they are hurting other people, then they are a narcissist. Just an annoying person who just is just like a fly who just pesters you. That's just an annoying person, okay? I don't have the answer for that. You just can't listen to them. You just gotta walk away, because like, sometimes the best answer in these situations is just not feeding into it at all, because like, if you feed into it, they're gonna obviously get some power from that, and their ultimate goal with you is to get control over you, because if they have control over you, then you're vulnerable, and if you're vulnerable, they can make you believe that you are whoever they say you are. And that's like the worst thing, is letting somebody else tell you who you are whenever they don't even know who they are themselves. So that's not what you're going to do. You are such a strong person, and you have so much life to live and love to give other people, and you haven't even met the person, like those people who are going to be the best people in your life. Like, just imagine your life right now, and if you feel like you're in a bad place right now, like, just think of this as a time for you to grow and like get better and level up in this season, because you can't keep comparing your life to everyone else's. And I think that's another mistake that we're making whenever we think it's our, like, it's all on us. It's not on you. Like, you need to just stop comparing yourself to everyone else, because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. And the people on Instagram, they have a freaking highlighter on. Like, they have filler, they have Botox, they have filters on. Like, it's photoshopped. Like, it's not real. All of the stuff that you see on social media, it's a highlight reel of what you want to see. This room, I painted it. The face that I have on, I have makeup right now. The lights that are, there's three lights that are putting like good lighting on my face right now, because I want to be portrayed in a positive light, right? I want to make this channel look visually appealing, right? I want to put my best foot forward, right? And so that's what a lot of people do. They put their best foot forward. But if you're not self-aware and the fact and know that these people are just people too, like with the P Diddy stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, like all of the celebrities that you worship, oh my gosh, like, listen, guys, stop worshiping celebrities, stop idolizing these people, because if you've seen that list, that doesn't, like, I don't need any more evidence as to why you shouldn't be worshiping these people, because these people are so broken. The things that they've done, the things that have happened to poor Justin Bieber, and like just so many other hundreds of victims who are still coming forward every single day. Like, I can't imagine like what that has to be like in Hollywood. Like, it makes me so devastated for all those people, those broken people like Justin Bieber. Like, I literally just pray for Justin Bieber, because like he's been through so much. And this is like not a tangent about me going on Justin Bieber, but like Justin Bieber has been through so much, and like he deserves to, like, he does not deserve the hate he gets, because he's been through so much, and he has like put his life for, like, he literally gave his life, I feel like, for his fans, and he did everything for his fans, and like he did so much for everyone. And I just feel like that's not me idolizing him, but he's also a human too. Like, you have to remember, all these people that you worship, they're humans and they're broken and they're just like you. Just because they have more accolades, they have a Grammy, that doesn't mean they're better than you. Okay, they are probably unhappy with themselves, because whenever Tom Brady was getting interviewed at the Super Bowl, he had won his like 15th Super Bowl thing. I don't even know. He won a lot of things, and he was so like, the reporter asked him, like, how does it feel to be on top of the world right now? Like, how does it feel to have everything that you've ever wanted in your life? And he literally looked at the reporter and was like, I hope it gets better than this, because like I feel empty. And once you reach that, like, once you reach your peak, you sometimes, like, you're like, what's after this, what's next? You have to keep moving. And if you think that just because Tom Brady didn't have, like, Tom Brady had all this money and that he's gonna be happy because of that, that's not the truth. Like, Tom Brady had everything that you could have asked for, a beautiful wife, like millions of dollars. He had just like accomplished the biggest thing he could have ever got for himself, and he still felt empty. And these people that you worship, they're empty, broken people who don't, like, who are literally feeding you satanic messages. And like, you look at the, like, wake up, literally wake up, wake the frick up. Like, the whole internet, like, honestly, a lot of the internet is woken up, but I mean, a lot of the internet is still asleep. And like, you should wake up if you're not awake, because the things that are happening are scary. So let's going back to the topic of this episode. It's not you, it's them. That was just a little tangent. That just got very heated for a second. I just have a lot of opinions about that case. Okay, so another important thing that you have to do in these situations is you have to understand the situation for what it is and accept it. Sometimes the best way to live your life is having the it is what it is mentality, and just like letting things roll off your shoulder, because it is what it is. Like, oh, I didn't get the job because whatever. Okay, that job wasn't meant for me. There's something obviously better coming. It is what it is. Like, you just have to think about it like that. Like, everything in your life is a gift, and if that gift wasn't received to you, it's because there's something that's better on the way. You get my drift? If you feel like it's you whenever it's really them, you need to drown the hope that you have that you think they will change, because if it's a narcissistic person that you're dealing with, they're not going to change. And you need to stop hoping that things are going to be different next time. If you're in like a long distance type situation with somebody and you only get to see them every so often and you think the next time it'll be different and like whenever you see them it's going to be great, yeah, of course it's going to be great because you haven't been able to be together every single day. And if you are together every single day, it's less likely that they'll be able to put on a front for so long. And if they are putting on a front, you have to be able to be intuitive enough to realize that they are putting on a front. Because some people, like, you can't fake being a person that long. Like you can start seeing through somebody if they actually are not what they say they are. Like if a narcissist is trying to mirror the person that you want to date, like say you're about to date somebody and they are a narcissist, they're going to mirror the things that you want in a relationship. They're going to be like you and adopt them, like the things that you want. They're like, if you I never will tell somebody straight up in a relationship what I want, like what I'm looking for, because what I'm looking for will find me and like it'll be in front of me. Because if you tell them what you're looking for, they can start mirroring that and be exactly what you're looking for, but they in reality aren't that. And you can get bamboozled, like literally, and then in 3 months later you're flabbergasted whenever they're pulling some type of crazy thing that you did not see coming. Like, oh my gosh, you don't have to go through that. You have to realize that they're not going to change, and it's not you, it's them. They are the problem. You are not the problem. You are a perfect little angel, and you can't have a hair on your head hurt because you are so perfect. You no damage. You can do nothing wrong on this earth. You are a walking miracle. And then okay, so the next thing, the last thing that you are going to do if you feel like you are just like missing the narcissistic person that you were with, or like you are just feeling down, make an ick list. Let's think about all the things that this person has done and why you don't want to go back to them. Because like, okay, say this person like yelled at your best friend while y'all were in a relationship and that was super rude, or say they cheated on you or something, like just something crazy out of pocket that should not have happened. Like literally, let's go back to that. If you're missing that, let's remind ourselves that we don't settle for less than what we deserve, and we want good things for ourselves, so the good things will come to us, and we don't accept less than what we deserve. So if you're accepting less than what you deserve, you need to level up and like let go of those people, because those people are only dragging you down. And if you surround yourself, I say this again and again and again, the people you surround yourself with are the people who you are. And if you are surrounding yourself with low life people who have nothing going for them, who have no ambition, you are going to become a replica of that person. So don't do that. Like surround yourself with people, like be in a room with people who are all smarter than you, because by then you will start learning everything about them and you will become smarter too. Like you just have to like think like a entrepreneur and think like outside of the box. Not everything in your life is going to get handed to you, and you have to start living your life grateful for the things you have, because you will never get the things that you want if you are ungrateful right now. So, yeah, I'm getting out of breath. I have to go sort clothes. This was a fun topic. I don't know why I got so heated about it, but I think it's just because I've dealt with a lot of narcissistic people in my life and I don't want that for anyone else ever again. And if I can karmically intervene for you and you don't have to go through that because of like maybe something that I said in this video woke you up, I would really hope so. And if you're in a toxic situation and you feel like stuck, my DMs are always open. Like comment below about your situations. We can start a little chat in the comment section. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, thank you so much for pulling up. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube account. And I make new podcast episodes every Friday. The videos are only available on Spotify and YouTube. What the L, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And also make sure to follow me on my socials. That will be linked down below. And with that, I will see you guys next week. And thanks so much for watching. Okay, guys, love you. Bye.